Yay! Day number 7 of the Happy Healthy Relationships Marathon is here. I am proud of you for showing up for the last 7 days and doing this with me. And I'm very proud of myself for showing up for you, making the time to do this for you, and just sticking to my commitment to showing up for you, my community, my amazing tribe. So today's the final day of the marathon, and today we're talking about releasing the limiting belief that you have to compromise in relationships, and why this is such a destructive belief, and what is actually the belief you want to embody in order to attract a healthy relationship or to keep the partnership that you have in your life feeling great and blissful and connected and thriving. This is Dating and Relationship Coach Sami Wonder, as you may know by now, and I specialize in helping high-achieving women, female leaders, and professional career-oriented women crack the code to long-lasting, blissful, romantic relationships. Now, of course, before we get started, I do want to say that Elevate doors are closing tonight. So it's time to just give this to yourself. Just say yes to yourself. Know that you are worthy and deserving of receiving this support in your personal life. And you probably find it easy to invest in things outside of you: bags, shoes, clothes, makeup, Botox, hair, trips and travel, and nice dinners with friends. But this is a very different kind of investment because it's an investment in your spirit. It's an investment in your confidence. It's your investment in your self-image. It's an investment in the vibes that you embody and throw out in the world, which as a result give you the outcomes that you attract in your life, whether it comes to attracting great men or it comes to feeling hot and sexy and alive in your marriage or in your partnership. So today is the final day. Doors are closing. The investment in Elevate is rising back up to 8,888 euros. But as of tonight, before it's midnight, you can still sign up for Elevate at 699. And there's also a payment plan for 649 over 12 months. You deserve it, and it's going to last you a lifetime, the investment in Elevate. Okay, so on that note, let's get started. The belief that we have to compromise in relationships. And here's the thing. Every time, what is the energy of the word compromise? The energy of the word compromise is contracting. When you feel the word compromise in your body, does it feel good? Like, does it turn you on? Does it give you more energy? Does it make you happy? Does it make you feel expansive? No, it doesn't. It actually makes your body contract. And therefore, this is like the number one way to recognize that a limiting belief is operating in our world. When we think of something and the energy of that thing, the energy of that language, the energy of that thought, the energy of that word, instead of making us feel like badass and powerful and expansive in our energy, it brings us down, and it makes us feel like we have to settle, and it makes us feel like we have to go for something less than what we desire and what we deserve. And this is simply not true. This is simply not true. I think we've been taught that we have to compromise by people who have made misaligned choices in their dating life and their relationships, and who have then gone on to face the consequences of making those misaligned choices. And then they have come up with this belief system that you have to compromise. So if you don't have to compromise, then what is the belief that you want to embody in your relationship? Well, the belief you want to embody in your relationship is that you get to have a fabulous relationship that is in alignment with who you are. Now, this doesn't mean that there is going to be a perfect man or a perfect partner, because there is no perfect man. and there is no perfect partner. And if hearing that is hard for you, then I want you to think of yourself. Would you say that you are perfect? Would you say that you are perfect and what you bring to the table is perfect? That you never have an emotional trigger, that you never have a day where your face is swollen and has water retention? Are you always looking perfect? Are you always saying the right thing? Is there no wound that you have to heal in your life? Of course not. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. My Elevate success stories are not perfect. So the most important thing to remember is that you get to have a human being in your life that is fabulous for you and that is perfect for you. It doesn't mean they are perfectly perfect, which means they're going to have their faults, they're going to have their weaknesses, they're going to have, imperfections that you will notice and that will probably even trigger you sometimes. But they are perfect for you because you have intentionally attracted them and their values and your values are aligned. They love you, they're willing to make an effort for you, and then this is the person you choose to make it work with because it's a very active decision you make, right? You see that you align with this man at so many levels. So inside Elevate, for example, I think in module 3 or 4, we teach you how to figure out your minimum standards, how to figure out your deal breakers, how to figure out your non-negotiables. And once you've done that process, you're going to attract somebody who is a match, very intentional match for the kind of partnership you're looking for. But even then, they're not going to be perfect because there is nothing like a perfect man. There is only that perfect relationship where you both decide to make it work and you both decide that this is worth it. And this is the place where we are willing to invest, and do the work together. So does it mean you're compromising? Not at all, because you get to be loved with your imperfections and so does your partner. You see, I would say you're compromising if I coached your partner or the man you're dating and told him that he's also compromising with you because you're not perfect, right? But I don't tell him that. I tell him you deserve love just the way you are, even with your imperfections. And so I will never tell him he's compromising by loving you because I know you deserve love the way you are right now. And so does he. And so this is not about framing it as a compromise, but framing it as an intentional decision, a conscious decision to love somebody and to love them with their imperfections, knowing that, they are taking the check mark on 10 things that are really important to you, even if they have, a couple of imperfections that annoy you or trigger you. But that's just not them not being perfect. And you're also not perfect. So that's a great reminder to, not let that entitlement energy come inside us and go like, I get to have a perfect man, but hey, you're not perfect either. So what's the perfect man, right? So this is about understanding that love is a conscious choice and nobody's perfect, not you, not him. And so instead of framing it as a compromise, we call it a conscious choice to love that person who makes our heart sing and who's devoted to us with their imperfections, and making an intentional decision that this is the person who should I want to deal with, because everybody's going to come with something, right? So this is my invitation to all of you, and of course those of you who are in partnerships, it's the same for you. Like there may be things that are annoying about your partner, but what made you fall in love in the first place? What made you appreciate this person? And can we bring the focus back on that so that we move away from this energy of I have to compromise to, the energy of, what do I appreciate about this person? What do I love about this person? What are the annoyances I have with this person that I can either accept or, draw boundaries around so that we can have a more uplifted relationship. But compromising tolerating, settling for less than behavior is never part of the equation when it comes to an aligned relationship. Now, of course, it's possible that with this conversation, we're just planting a seed and there are lots more questions that are coming up for you. And to that, I will say that come join us inside Elevate. Doors close tonight. And you've seen the success stories, hundreds of success stories. We would never run out of sharing success stories. If we sent an email for every success story, we could email the entire year, and we would still keep sending you emails about success stories the next year. So we have hundreds of success stories. You've seen them. You know now that Elevate is getting CPD recognized, which means a global international body is recognizing Elevate for its service in the coaching world. It's saying the content inside is up to the mark. It delivers what it says it will deliver. It's based on ethical coaching practices in the coaching industry. So you have another stamp of safety when you join Elevate. You've also seen that there's a lot of live coaching support. So you're not going to feel like just a number. You are going to feel like we really care about you. And I've given you multiple evidences of just how many clients continue to work with us for years. And that's because they get results for us, with us, not because they're silly to be investing their money. They're actually very smart to be investing their money because they see the value of what they get. So Elevate is going to give you the blueprint for the happy, healthy relationship. It's not just going to be for you. It's going to be for your children. It's going to be for your marriage. It's going to be for the man who's about to enter your life. It's going to be for all the mothers and sisters and girlfriends you have around you who are also struggling in their relationships. You get to be the woman that is the beacon of light. You get to be the woman who doesn't only own Chanel bags and invests in the outside. You get to be the woman whose light from the inside shines bright, so that she can be an inspiration to everybody else on what happy, healthy love looks like. So we're very excited to invite you inside Elevate. If it's been calling you, there is literally nothing standing in the way anymore. Logically, you can see it's a successful program. It helps you get results. You can see it's a very established program. This is going to be the 13th edition. So the only thing that's standing in the way is you giving yourself permission. Really, this is about permission at the end of the day, and if you can't give yourself this permission to do this, I have to be honest, you'll probably not succeed inside Elevate either, because so much of this work, so much of the work in feminine energy, so much of the work in, blossoming into the sensual, authentic goddess diva is about giving ourselves permission. It's about giving ourselves permission to be that open, to be that authentic, to be that free-flowing, to be that confident, to just giving ourselves permission for our truth. So if you're not able to give yourself permission now, that's okay, because it's actually telling me that you may not be the best fit for Elevate. Yeah? Because the best fit for Elevate understands that everything starts by giving ourselves permission to be that woman we want to be, and not thinking that it's available for somebody else. You belong to that 1% of the population for whom it's not gonna happen. No. It always starts by giving yourself permission. And so this is the moment when you get to choose. You get to choose your fear and not enroll. You get to choose your doubt and not enroll. You get to choose scarcity and not enroll. Or you get to choose faith and enroll. You get to choose to trust yourself and enroll. You get to give yourself permission for this amazing gesture of self-empowerment and self-love, and you enroll. And our clients tell us that just the act of enrolling is so empowering, because a lot of the times the women we have in the group have never done anything like this for themselves. And so it's a new territory they're walking on, but they're walking on it with a new energy of, giving themselves permission that they're worth this. So you, my love, are worth this. Give yourself permission. Tonight is the night. The doors are closing, and I'm holding the space for you to show up in the intention setting call that is happening tomorrow, 1st of April. I love you all so much. Thank you for joining me on this 7-day marathon, and see you inside